Very smoky and tasty. Hello, hello! Welcome back to my kitchen. In today's video, we are making tri-tip roast in the oven. This is a super simple recipe that doesn't take very long to make. This is a beautiful tri-tip roast that we recently got on a trip down to the States. We purchased this at Costco because y'all know we love Costco. Tri-tip steak sometimes comes in a single piece or sometimes they cut it up into individual steaks. Tri-tip is a fairly lean cut. It's a part of the bottom sirloin, part of the cow. This does have a little bit of fat on it, so it's gonna create a lot of great flavor, but it is a little bit on the leaner side. Nonetheless, this ends up turning into a beautiful, tender steak once it's cooked. I have a simple seasoning blend for you today that's basically the ingredients that you have on hand. We're baking this in the oven and we're gonna use the instant read thermometer to help us with the time. This is a great weeknight recipe. It's a great meal prep recipe. Your kids will like this one. This is a crowd pleaser for sure. One thing I also love about tri-tip roast is that it's fairly inexpensive. This whole pack was about $30 for 3.5 pounds of meat. So for 2 people, this will feed us for a couple of days with a lot of leftovers. For a family of 4, this will probably feed you guys for at least 2 meals. Don't forget to join our free community. We are going to be doing a keto carnivore 30-day challenge starting on April 1st. There will be a lot of free resources in the community for you guys to check out, so make sure you click on the link below and join the community. So without further ado, let's get right into cooking. So for the seasoning blend, it's pretty straightforward. I am using ground coffee, paprika and cayenne pepper, garlic powder and onion powder, salt and pepper, and some liquid smoke. The reason for this blend is I'm trying to mimic the flavor of what tri-tip would taste like if it was grilled on a barbecue or grilled in a smoker. So this is a great blend to use. You can use it for different cuts of meat as well. If you don't have tri-tip or don't have access to tri-tip, you can also use something like a sirloin roast as well. And you can also use this blend for brisket too. Pretty versatile, but I'm gonna use it for tri-tip today. And I'm super excited to give this a try. The steps are pretty simple. So all I'm gonna do is marinate the meat, and then I'm gonna sear it on the stove top to get a nice brown color on the outside. And then I'm gonna finish it off in the oven with an instant read thermometer. And ideally with tri-tip, you're cooking it to something like medium rare so that it doesn't dry out and you get that moist, tender, beautiful, juicy flavor that you're trying to go for. Put the tri-tip into a bowl. This is about 3.5 pounds of meat. So with tri-tip, sometimes it'll be in a single triangular shape, but sometimes they cut it up into steaks like this. Next is just gonna dump all the seasonings in here and give this a really good mix. Coffee, garlic and onion, salt and pepper, paprika and cayenne, and liquid smoke. This is optional, but I like it. And I like adding it to everything. Now just give this a very good mix and make sure that everything is covered. So my oven is preheating at 400 degrees. I'm gonna bring this to the stovetop for a quick sear, just to get a nice brown color on the edge for a couple of minutes. But let's go over to the stovetop. So now we're just gonna throw this into the oven. I'm using the instant read thermometer, makes it really easy, no guessing. Again, 3.5 pounds of meat over 5 pieces. I mean, this one is a little bit larger than this one, but on average, they're about 3/4 of a pound each, if I'm doing the math right. I did set the instant read thermometer to about 145 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what I wanted to get it to when it's medium rare. And then when it sets, which is about medium, you can cook it to 140 or 135 if you like it really rare, but I like my beef to be around medium. It'd still be pink and juicy, that's for sure. Let's put this in. So the tri-tip was in the oven for just under 15 minutes. It didn't take that long at all because they are really thinly cut pieces. And I did let it set for about 10 to 15 minutes. So now we're ready to slice. There we go. It has cool to touch. Very tender. Smells really good, nice and smoky flavor. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Super tender and juicy. I'm cutting them into about, oh, I don't know, 1/4 inch, not even 1/4 inch slices. Nice. Okay, let's go in for the taste test. Super excited to try. Smells amazing. Looks incredibly juicy. Very moist and tender. I can tell just by cutting into it how moist and juicy it was. I'm gonna go in for this one. Very smoky and tasty. That cayenne pepper definitely gives it up a kick. If you don't like spicy, I would recommend staying away from the cayenne pepper. But if you like it and you want a little bit of heat, the cayenne pepper is perfect. This is a really, really tender and delicious cut. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna go for another piece here. I love the end pieces because it's just, you get all of the glorious seasoning. There's a decent amount of fat on this steak, so it does provide good flavor, but it's not like overly fatty or overly dry. It is on the leaner side, but I would say lean to moderate. So it is definitely a little bit more fat than something like a sirloin tip or a sirloin roast, but not as fatty as a strip loin or a ribeye in comparison. This is a nice piece with a little bit of fat on it. Super tender, very tasty. It definitely doesn't taste like coffee at all. For a while, I was always skeptical of cooking with ground coffee, but you don't taste the coffee at all once it's cooked. It just adds a lot of good roasty depth of flavor. If you like kind of a bit of a kick, then keep the cayenne pepper. If you don't like spicy at all, you just want it more neutral, then omit the cayenne pepper, but I like it. It tastes really, really good. Definitely has that smoky flavor that you would expect when you go to eat at a restaurant or a steakhouse. If you liked this video today, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I think you will like another video of mine, which is the sirloin tip roast that Kevin made on the channel. I will leave a link up top here. Make sure you check that one out. That is a bigger roast that you make in the oven. It takes a little bit longer. It's just a different way of making a similar type of cut. Let me know down in the comments below whether you include tri-tip in your rotation and how you like to cook it best. Until next time.